I have this cute apron that I want to duplicate with another fabric. So I am going to use this apron as a pattern to cut another apron. You don't always need a pattern. See, the main piece goes from here down to here, and then there's a ruffle added, and a second ruffle is added above that one, sewn onto the main fabric. So I'm going to make the same apron out of this material. Isn't it cute? It's going to look great in my kitchen. So to start off, I'm just folding over my fabric to make room to lay the existing apron on top, fold it in half. So I'll take the existing apron and I'll fold it in half to find the center front and lay that center front against the center front fold that I just made on the new fabric. Now here I have to get kind of persnickety and make it nice and straight and even and smooth. Get all those little straps and bows and ruffles out of the way so I can see the main piece of fabric where it starts and ends. And once I get that all straight and flattened out and nice and even, then I can pin it on and cut it out to make my new piece. Now this apron, the original one, had always been a little bit small on me, so I'm going to cut it, the new one, a little bigger. And while you might think you want to just add on to the seams for that, like cut it bigger around, that's not the best way to do it. To make it wider across the center front, you're going to want to move that center front seam over about 1/2 inch if you want 1 inch of room. So right here I'm moving the center front seam over 1/2 inch on the fold, and that will give me a full inch when you open it up, because again it's folded in half. So now get that nice and straight, get the wrinkles out, and now I can begin pinning. Yep, right here. See, there'll be a full inch there across the center front. That'll give me more room. So now let's pin it on so it doesn't wiggle around while I'm trying to cut it. Now you can use this method for any simple garment. Skirts, A-line skirts, simple tops. If you've got a t-shirt that fits you nice and you'd like to cut a new one out in another similar fabric, you can use the existing t-shirt as a pattern. You don't have to necessarily cut the old one up if you still want to wear it. You can just lay it out in such a way that you can see all the area that needs to be duplicated and cut out around, and leave a seam allowance. You know, cut it a little bit bigger around the edges so when you sew that seam, it doesn't take up any of the room of the actual fabric. Now here I'm going to have to fold this flounce out of the way so I can see where the original piece ends, right here. Yeah, then I can just kind of cut it below and get the right size. Now I'm not going to make the whole apron in this video. This is just to give you an idea about using an existing garment to cut yourself a new garment without having to go out and pay money for a pattern and go through all the rigmarole of reading these fancy directions and all. It's pretty straightforward if you have a simple object to copy. And I'm going to use this because my daughter and I have been buying some clothing from a clothing line that people sell out of their homes, and we like the lines of it, and they have many different styles, but the thing that they have in common is that all the styles are super simple and they get kind of pricey. So I've got a couple of items that I'd like to duplicate, and I'm just going to use the items, the garments themselves, as a pattern. Find similar fabric, cut them out, sew up the seams and hem them, and see how they turn out. I think it would save me a lot of money doing that. And patterns these days are pretty expensive too. They can be like $12 a pattern or more. Now when I buy a pattern, I wait until they go on sale for like $1 or $2 per pattern, and then I stock up and get a bunch. But you don't really need a pattern if you have a simple garment. So here I'm cutting it out, leaving a little bit of seam allowance. So when I sew the flounces on and put the hems in, I'll still have enough fabric to make the main body the same size, with the addition of inch that I put on the center front seam. So now I'll take my pins out. And open it up and let you see what I have. I love this fabric. And there's the new front of my apron. So, you know, I'm going to put ties on it, and I'm going to put flounces, the ruffles on it. I might even line it, and that would make it even better than the original, which was just single layer of fabric with a wrong side and a right side. So here I'll lay out the old one, and I'll lay the new one on top so you can see exactly what I did. See, that's the new front. And I can mix and match colors for straps and flounces. Coco, I've got some polka dot material that will look great as the ruffles on this. You're going to have to stay tuned and see that. That's kind of an inside joke for Coco and I. So here it is. Stay tuned for another video where I'll show you how I made the entire apron. But meanwhile, use your existing garments to cut out new garments without worrying about having a pattern.
Thanks so much for coming by and visiting at the BanDana Gramma kitchen. And if you really like my videos, please remember to hit that thumbs up down below, the like button. That really helps my channel. And it also helps if you want to share my video with your friends, maybe on Facebook or Google+, to let them know that you enjoy watching BanDana Gramma. If you'd like to contact me, there's contact information and special links down below in the Share More section. So come back again real soon. If you don't find me in my kitchen, come on out back to the garden. I'll probably be there.